I think probably this is the day I was looking forward to the most from this entire vivarium build. You ready for some fish? It has probably been 15 years since I've had fish, and I miss every moment of it. I've been keeping and building vivariums ever since then, and I tend to keep building bigger and bigger water features with the hope that one day I'll be able to have a vivarium big enough that could hold fish. Now this is more of a paludarium, which is technically a type of vivarium, but it's got 21 gallons of water, probably 15 gallons of usable water after the decorations and hardscape and whatnot, and it should definitely suffice for some fish. I'm gonna try that aquarium place, and I think they have some good stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, different types of aquariums and aquarium builds have been on my mind for quite a while, but seeing some of these saltwater fish and discus and cichlids in person again really makes me want to get back into the hobby on a more serious level, which, let's be honest, it's probably just a matter of time anyway. But for today, for the purposes of the paludarium build, I really need to stick to some of the smaller fish, like some of the tetras and barbs, maybe a rasbora or two. Let's see what I can find. So I ended up getting 3 rummy-nosed tetras, 2 black phantom tetras, 1 brilliant rasbora, 1 mystery snail, which is like this amber-colored, cool-looking snail, and then 1 snowball pleco, which I was told wouldn't grow nearly as big as a traditional normal pleco would. And now we wait. So the fish need a little bit of time to acclimate. I'm thinking 45 minutes. So I guess 45 minutes. In the meantime, I guess we could talk about my future builds and plans. So I'm thinking that it's time. Sorry to cut myself off, but I think the fish are ready. And even out of an abundance of caution, I cut open the bags and added a little bit of the existing tank water to the bags to help better acclimate them. But that being said, I am ready to add them to this build. They all seem to be doing pretty good, actually. The mystery snail has hidden itself, but it was actually moving pretty fast. It's a cool looking snail. I think these rummy-nosed tetras are so cool. They've got that red tip and then the zebra striped tail. And then I love the shape of the black phantoms. They have like a little shark fin on them. The rasbora I was hoping would just be a really cool pop of color. I'm definitely planning on getting a few more fish. I think I can fit about 4 or 5 more. It really depends on the size. I want to see if I can find anything more colorful as well. But I do want to wait a week or two before adding more. As fun as adding a bunch of new fish is, it's good to add a few at a time because I'm adding a whole bunch of basically fish poop, ammonia, nitrates, and everything to the water. And I want the water and the filter and everything, the bacteria to grow, to get used to it. And this really makes me want to do a dedicated aquarium build in the future with some bigger fish. But my next build is actually going to have to be another one of these giant paludariums again. And that's because of this guy. So he's growing twice as fast as Lola the rainbow boa did, and is quickly outpacing his 65, technically 67 gallon vivarium that I did build for him as a baby snake, baby noodle. So I'm gonna have to figure something out, but I do have a few cool ideas in the works. And in terms of his old vivarium, once the room is vacant, I might do some dart frogs in there, which I've really wanted to do poison dart frogs for a very long time. I'll just have to redo that vivarium, so that might be another build in the future. But for now, I think I want to get some more fish for the 270. Okay, just got back from the store, and now it's time to float them. Give them a little acclimation time to the tent. I could literally watch this all day long. I forgot how much I really liked fish aquariums and just watching fish and the movement. There's something so peaceful, so zen about it. I absolutely love it. In the 2 weeks since I added the first round of fish, I've been watching my boa closely. And while the movement in the water has caught her attention once, she doesn't really seem to be going after them, and I think they're just too small for her to bother. So I felt safe getting more. For the new ones, I got a keely, I got 2 red barbs, I got a couple golden rams, and I got a white cloud minnow. The red barbs are really pretty. The red just pops. They are the long-finned kind. I probably would have preferred the shorter fin, but they're still really pretty and I enjoyed them. The Golden Wonder Keely I absolutely love. It looks like a legit arowana, like a 2-inch tiny arowana. It just swims at the surface all the time. It has bright blue eyes, yellow fins, and then like some little red tips on those yellow fins. The German rams were about as big as I wanted to go, and I thought they just kind of looked like cichlids, but apparently they are actual cichlids. But they do work for community tanks, and they're just absolutely beautiful. They have a blue shimmer on them when the light hits them just right. They're really pretty. I'm glad I got them. And then of the new ones, perhaps one of my favorites is the long-finned white cloud minnow. It's got this silvery look to it, and it has these fins that just flare out with red tips on them. It's just really pretty. Overall, I'm very happy with this build. I feel like it really adds to the rainforesty tropicalness of this build. I'm glad that I integrated in that waterfall that actually has the heater built into it for the water, and it has the air bubbles in it for circulation and oxygenation of the water. It all ties together. I'm glad I built in that feature for fish, because now with a rainbow boa that tends to hide a lot, only comes out at dusk, it is cool to have something else to look at, some motion. This has been my favorite build by far. It turned out exceptionally well, in my personal humble opinion. But I have another giant one to do, because my other snake, the dwarf retic, is also going to need something about this size. So I'll be building another one of these fairly soonish, and I'm pretty excited about that. Subscribe if you want to see what that turns into and the journey of that next build. But for now, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. So he's growing twice as fast as